Right. Greetings, fellow K-12s. It is Mr. Hlajoy here. Welcome to Back to Basics. Look, what we are doing now, basically, we are looking at our arithmetic sequence, right? So we are trying to understand in terms of how do go about, solving these types of questions, right? You are more than welcome to, always go to the playlist and check some of the previous videos so that you can get, a little bit of context in terms of how do we go about solving this, right? But now let's go through this question and see in terms of what is it that we are required to do in here, right? So this was a question that was from, I think this is from Freestate. This is from the year 2024, right? I think this is the June paper that they wrote in there, right? Now let's look at this one. So they are saying having the first three terms of your linear number patterns, right? So now what is it then that you're going to do now from here? They say they want you to determine the value of your m. Now, there's one thing that we know here, right? There's one thing that we know from here. We know that, in your arithmetic or in your linear pattern, right, your different is always going to be the same, right? So which means now, look, here you're having m plus 1, and you are having you are having also m squared. This is m squared plus 2. This is also m squared plus m, what is that I'm doing here? And also you're having 3m squared subtract m subtract 4. Now what is that you're going to do now from here? You're going to start here. This is going to be same as m squared plus m subtract, this is going to be same as m plus 1. Isn't it that you know that the difference here must be the same, right? You can equate this to what? You can still equate this to your 3m squared subtract m subtract your 4. Then this is going to be subtracted to m squared plus your m, right? Altogether. And then what is it that you are going to do now from here? Can you see that this is m squared plus your m subtract your m subtract 1 is equals to, this is going to be same as 3m squared subtract m subtract 4. This is going to be subtract m squared subtract m, right? Now what is it that you are going to have here? Look, if you can look at the side, can you see that the m's are going to cancel each other, which means here you are having m squared subtract 1, which is equals to, now looking at this side, right? What is that you are going to have here? 3m squared subtract m. This is going to be same as what? This is going to be same as your 2m, right? Altogether, this is going to be your 2m squared now. And then if this is your 2m squared, this is going to be subtract 2m. And then this is going to subtract your 4 altogether. And then now we are going to collect like terms. When you're collecting like terms, right, you can either bring all of these to the side, right? So which means now when you take the m squared that side, it's going to be same as m squared now because it's 2m subtract m, right? Now this is going to be minus 2m. This is negative 4 plus 1, which is going to be minus 3. Right, this is equals to 0. Then you can open your brackets, right? Can open your brackets, equate this to 0. Here it's going to be m, this is going to be m. Here you're going to use 3 and 2, and then 3 and 1 rather, right? This is 3 and 1. This is going to be same as your negative, and this is your positive, right? Your positive m, which means now here the values of your m is going to be what? Your m is going to be same as negative 1, right? Negative 1. Or your m is going to be same as what? Is going to be same as your 3. Once again, right? Now, so basically now that's how we go about solving that. Now, let's look at the next question. Now, in the next question, they want us to determine what the value of the first three terms where m is greater than 0, right? So, which means when they are saying m is greater than 0, which means now we are going to take this value of m where m is equal to 3 because that's where your m is greater than 0, right? So, how are you then going to do that, right? So, which means here we are going to say where there is m, we are going to substitute 3, right? So, which means this is going to be same as 3 plus 1. This is going to be same as 3 squared plus 3. This is going to be same as what? This is going to same as 3. This is going to same as 3 into 3 squared subtract 3 subtract 4, right? Again, remember the question was find out the first three terms. Now, what is 3 plus 1? This is going to be what? This is going to be 4, all right? And then now from here, 3 squared, it's 9, right? Isn't it? This is same as what? Yes. Remember, this was 3 squared. Then this is plus 3. 9 plus 3 gives you 12, right? And then this is 12. And then now here, this is 3 squared. It's 9. 9 multiplied by 3. I think that's 27, right? 27 subtract 3. That's going to be your 18. Then 18 plus 4, right? Is it 19? Yes, it's 19. Then 19 plus 4. I think this is going to give you what? This is going to be 20, if I'm not mistaken, right? The answer that you're going to get here, it's going to be same as 20, right? Remember, this was 27, right? Now, so basically, yes, this was 27. So 27 subtract 7, this gives us 20. Now, basically, that is going to be the first 3 terms of this particular sequence, right? Once again, so now we can continue and look at the next question and see in terms of now, what is it then that we are required to solve in there? Now, in the next question here, they are saying, look, you are having what the pattern of 1, this is 1. All right, let's just make up our space here. This is 1. This is -5. This is -13. This is -23. Right? Now they are saying the pattern is given in such that the second difference is constant. So they are saying this is a quadratic pattern, basically, right? This is quadratic. Now they want us to find out what is going to be the fifth term, right? How can you find the fifth term? We can find the fifth term by finding the differences in here. Once again, right? We can find the differences in here so that we can find out the fifth term. Now, what is going to be this, right? For an example, if you say -5 subtract 1, here it's going to be same as -6, right? And then when you say -13, -13 subtract your -5, what is that you're going to have here? This is same as -8, right? And then when you're saying -23, right? If you are saying -23, subtract this is going to be your -13, you are going to have -10, right? So if this is -10, then the difference here is going to be what? When you say -8, subtract your -6, the difference here it's same as -2, right? This is -2. Even here it's going to be -2. Now, when you're continuing with this -2 here, which means this is going to be same as -12. And then now when you say -23, when you say -23 plus, I think -23 plus -12, this is going to give you -35, right? So which means basically the next following term that they were looking for here, it's going to be -35, right? Which is the fifth term. Now, then from here, what else then are you going to have? Now, they say determine the general Tn here. To find out general Tn, you take this, you equate it to 2a. You take this second term, you equate it to 3a plus b, right? All right, this first term of your first difference, then you take this, you equate it by a plus b plus c, right? So what is this going to be? This is same as 2a is equals to 2, which means the value of your a is 1. Then this is same as 3 into 1 plus b must be equals to -6, right? Then which means the value of your b is same as -3, right? It's -3. Then after that, you are saying a plus b plus c is equals to 1. This is same as 1 subtract 3 plus c is equals to 1, which means now the value of your c that you are going to have here, it's going to be same as 5, right? If I'm not mistaken, isn't it, right? Your value of your c that you are going to find here, it's going to be yes. Now, yes, remember the value of 1 here, it's -3 rather. It's -1, right? Remember this was -1, and then which means the value of our c is also -3. This is correct, right? Yes, this is correct. Then which means, yes, the value of your c is going to be 5. Now from here, which means your Tn is going to be same as -n squared minus 3n. This is plus 5. Are we all fine, right? So that is going to be the general Tn. Now they are saying which term have the value that is equals to -229. Now, how do we then do this? How do you do this, right? You take the same pattern, right? Take the same pattern. This is given by -n squared minus 3n plus 5 is equals to -299, right? Are we fine, right? So basically now that's how we are going to do it. And then when you are doing that, then you are going to obviously take this one, this side, or you can take everything this other side, which means you are going to have n squared plus 3n. And then what is it that you are going to have here? This is the same as negative 305, 304, if I'm not mistaken. This negative 304, right, is equals to 0. Then you can what if you are not sure, you can use a quadratic formula to factorize, but if you can just literally open your two brackets equals to 0. Then the factors here, it's going to be 16 and 19, right? The n, this is n, this is going to be same as 16, and also your 19, right? So which means this is same as negative 16 plus 19, and then therefore which means your n is same as 16, or your n is equals to negative, right, 19. And you know that you can never have the negative position, right? So which means we reject the n is equals to negative 19. Are we fine, right? Then basically that's what you are going to do. Now let's look at 2.2.4. Now they say the maximum value of the pattern. Look, whenever we are looking for the maximum value, I want this to, to stick in. Whenever we are looking for your maximum value. Now here, we are looking for this. Remember in your quadratic pattern, right? In your quadratic pattern, you have two things, right? Now, if you are given by Tn, let's say it's given by An squared plus Bn plus C, if the value of your A is greater than 0, right? Now, which means, if let's say we take it in terms of functions, you are going to have a smiling face graph, right? And if your A is less than 0, you are going to have what? You are going to have a frowning face graph, which means now this part here is going to give you your maximum value, right? And this part here is going to give you what? Your minimum value. Okay. And what is that particular value here? It is what we call our turning point. Okay, so which means even in here, we are going to apply the same concept, right? They want us to find out what is the maximum value. Now we are going to say, look, our n is given by negative b over 2a, right? Same as negative n squared. Let's write it. It was negative n squared. This is negative n squared minus 3n. This is plus 5, which means now the b is same as negative into negative 3 into 2. Then this is same as negative 1. Right? Then now from here, what is it then that you are going to have as your what is that you are going to have here as your turning point, right? Now for your turning point, this is same as, I think this is same as 3 over 2, right? So basically that's what you are going to have.